guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video obviously is about the goddess locks. This was my first time doing it. I've braided before, but I've never done anything like this, and I was actually kind of nervous to try it, but I really wanted to do it, and I wasn't trying to pay anybody else a couple $100s to do something that I felt like I can do myself. So I'm gonna actually walk you through how I achieved this look. This is how mine turned out. I did add in some different colors. I really do like the way that it came out, but I will tell you I did have to kind of redo it, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. So I am by no means an expert on this do. Like the title said, this was my first time. So if it's your first time too, I just feel like you could relate to this video and kind of just learn from my mistakes. So if you're interested, please keep watching. But first, hit that subscribe button. It's down below if you like videos like these. If you love fashion videos, I do a lot of those too. I'd love for you to become part of my YouTube family. So dab or hit the subscribe button. It's all up to you, whichever suits you best, and become part of my YouTube family. I love having, new subscribers. I love talking to you guys, and if you like videos like this, definitely hit the like and the subscribe button. So moving on, this is the kind of hair that I use, and I use this kind of hair because I did want to get more of like a wavy texture versus the tight curl texture that I've seen some of the locks come in. So let me get started on how I actually did this. So I used two different types of hair initially, and it was this one, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna insert clips of me doing it, and it was also another kinkier version. I used the wavier version to actually do the individual braids, and then I used the kinkier version and this version to also wrap. Now this particular one has different colors in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it wasn't mixed in very well, so it was very easy for me to take out the colors and separate them, because I actually ended up using that to add the lighter colors that I have right here. So I went through and I braided my hair. That was easy enough. When it got to the wrapping, I kind of like, based on some of the other videos that I had seen, I kind of put it in kind of like a U shape, and then just started wrapping down. Now, here is where I kind of got into some trouble. The first time that I did it, I wrapped it, but I did not wrap it tight enough, okay? That is the first thing I'm gonna say. If you're trying to do this for the first time, you want to make sure that you wrap it tight enough or it's going to unravel if you're using the wavier type hair to wrap. I did find that the pieces that I did with the kinkier texture, I didn't have a problem at all with them unraveling. I mean, it was very, very easy, to be honest. But I did like the look of using the smoother hair to wrap, so that's actually what I did. And as you can see with the smoother texture, I had to kind of like brush it out to make it a little bit more, I guess you would say kinkier, so that it would wrap easier And so I did go ahead and wrap it that way, and then I used nail glue to kind of seal the bottom so that it would stay. But what I will say is that literally I probably had glue on my hands for the next 2 days. I mean, it was one of those things, like, I didn't know if I was ever gonna get the glue out. You know, what I will also say is you definitely want to make sure that you, what am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It was definitely interesting. So I did my hair and I did it all. And then I started to notice the ones with the wavier pieces unraveling. So I went through a whole entire week, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this again. And I literally pretty much did my entire head all over again, with the exception of like maybe 3 or 4. And I do have like probably 2 in here that were done with the kinkier hair. No, this is what I was gonna say. So when I was wrapping with the wavier hair, I took a brush and I brushed it up and down the wavier hair because I wanted it to kind of like have the more not so neat bohemian look and match the kinkier hair. But what I did find is through the week, I just did not like the way that looked as much. So when I went back to rewrap my hair, I made sure that I made it a little bit neater, and I didn't even worry about brushing out the hair to make it kinkier. I just used the smooth texture to wrap all the way down. So I did that. It's now been about 4 days since I had redone my hair, so I'm really loving it. I did add some jewels and things like that, and I'll probably be adding, you know, some other things. But one thing I will say is, again, be careful when you're doing it. This is definitely not a style like braids where you can kind of wear it for about a month. I probably am gonna only keep mine in for like 3 weeks, because even though I went back and I did make sure that I wrapped really tight, with the kind of hair that I use, it's still, I still found that it would get looser, and it's starting to unravel a little bit. So if you are familiar with wrapping with this kind of hair, or you're familiar with this hairstyle and you have any suggestions on how I can get the hair to actually stay better, please let me know, because I do really like it better with the smoother texture hair. The only thing that I can think of to maybe get it to last longer is to maybe tie a little bit of like a knot, not a double knot, just a single knot, and then hold it down and wrap it that way. That's the only way that I can think of to kind of keep it from unraveling as much. So again, if you have suggestions, leave them down below. You know, just help your girl out, because I think this is kind of going to be my go-to style. I really like it. I just love it. I love it better than braids, I have to say. So that was my experience. I did want to share that, you know, you try a style like this for the first time, it's not always going to come out perfect. There is a lot of trial and error, and even though I did achieve the look and I love it, I did have to redo it. And even now, there are certain ones that have unraveled a little bit more than I would like. But if you were thinking about trying it, my advice to you is to just do it. I mean, the only way that you're gonna learn is if you do it yourself, and it's just really important to, you know, have some faith in yourself and do it and go for it, because if I can do it, you definitely can do it. You can too, and each time you do it, you're only gonna get better at it. So do it if you're thinking about it. If you have any questions at all about where I got my hair from, I will leave links down below. I did order my hair online at Sam's Beauty because they had a fantastic deal, and this pack, it was like $2.49 or $2.99, and then it was buy 3 get 1 free. So I bought like maybe 10 or 11 of these, and then I got 10 or 11 for free. So I definitely had more than enough, which it actually worked out, because since I did have to redo my hair, I had more than enough hair to redo it, and I still have like maybe 2 or 3 of these left in case, you know, any unravel and I just want to do it again. But that's where I got my hair. I wanted to get the best deal possible. Maybe down the line I will try doing it with all of the kinkier version to see how I like that better, but for now I think that I prefer the wavier hair just for my hair type. It matches the texture of my hair, I feel, a whole lot better. What else? I will say too that the second time around I did change the kind of glue that I used. It was a bigger bottle that I got from Sally's, and it worked out better because I bought 2 bottles of glue to do it the first time around, and I did need 2 bottles. But when I got the one from Sally's, it was like this big, and it had like a, you know, pointed top. That one actually did work out better, and I feel like the glue was better too. So that's the other thing I would recommend. Definitely getting a bigger bottle of glue, a better glue from Sally's. But if you again have done this before and you have any suggestions on other ways that I could secure the bottom, please let me know, because like I said, I will be repeating the style. I will be doing it again. So any help or any advice would definitely be welcome. So that's all I have. I just wanted to kind of share with you my experience. One thing I will also say is that I did it hella tight the first time around, and even this second time around it was still pretty tight, and I didn't intentionally do it. I braided my braids loose on purpose because I knew I was going to be wrapping, and I didn't want it to be too tight because it is supposed to be a protective style, and hello, protective styles are supposed to be just that, protective, not rip out all your edges. But when I was wrapping it, I don't know, I think certain ones I just did a little bit too tight, but I was trying to make sure that it didn't unravel, which it actually ended up unraveling anyway, so I don't even understand how that happened. Other than that, that is my feedback on doing the style. Oh, one other thing is I did grease my scalp with this Jamaican black castor oil, and I just kind of like dumped it on my fingertips and just like ran through, and I do this every other day because I find that with this hairstyle my scalp has been getting really dry, and I just want to make sure that I have moisture there. So I use this to go through all of my parts to make sure that I still have that moisture that my hair really needs. I think that's all I have. So if you have any questions at all, any comments or anything like that, leave it down below. All of my social medias and everything, if you want to follow me, are down there too. I do a lot of fashion videos, so I will definitely be having some fashion videos and hauls coming up. But yeah, that's all I got. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Questions, leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.